Hey gents and gentlettes, I'm Crazy Nate, and today I'm going to be pointing out some of the facts and bloopers of my all-time favorite movie, Gladiator. Let's get started.
Hey gents and gentlettes, I'm Batman, and today I'm going to be showing you some...
Hey! Wrong movie, dude. Dude, get out.
What are you talking about?
This movie's about Gladiator, not Batman. Hit the road. Why don't you go work on that quiz?
Oh, sorry.
Like I said, today we're uncovering everything you missed about Gladiator. Gladiator received an Academy Award for Best Picture, and Russell Crowe, otherwise known as Maximus, got the well-deserved Best Actor award.
Maximus!
If you follow Maximus as he goes through his journey in the film, you will see that his body armor tells the story of his life, starting off with armor of royalty, then going to nothing, then slowly rebuilding as he accomplishes more battles.
This is Argento. This is Scato. They were my horses. They were taken from me.
On a sad note, during the making of the movie, Oliver Reed, otherwise known as Proximo, died in real life due to a heart attack. The final few scenes they had for him weren't actually filmed yet, but it was way too expensive for them to reshoot the entire film with a new actor. So instead they used computer animation for these scenes. They put an extra in the scene and they used CGI to put the actor's face of Proximo on the body from extra footage that they had from an earlier scene.
Shadow's dust. Marcus Aurelius had a dream that was Rome, Proximo. This is not it. This is not it.
Marcus Aurelius is dead, Maximus. We mortals are but shadows and dust. Shadows and dust, Maximus!
The grinning Lyceum of Antonius Proximo!
Shadow's dust.
Speaking of CGI, they originally wanted rhinos in the Colosseum, but with a $3 million price tag. If you notice, the spears have extremely long metal tips, and that's not just little short ones. The reason behind this is historically accurate. They made the tips of the spears out of soft metal so that on impact it would bend, thus preventing the enemy from being able to throw it back. The massive battle in the grand opening was partly so dramatic because a lot of it wasn't actually CGI. They used over 16,000 arrows for the flaming arrow scene. In fact, they really burned down a forest in this shoot. Now, before the tree huggers freak out, this forest had an unhealthy growth of stunted trees that weren't growing because of the soil problem. And the Forest Service was going to burn down the area anyways, so the movie just saved the taxpayers a little bit of money. Also, a big part of what made the battle scene so epic was the music that went along with them. If you don't believe me, let's try watching this scene in mute. See what I mean? It's not as exciting. But does the music sound familiar? Well, it should. That's because it's the same stuff that you hear in Pirates of the Caribbean. Those pirates stole their music.
Sorry!
Bloody pirates!
Well, in all fairness, Hans Zimmer composed the music for both Gladiator and Pirates of the Caribbean, and so it's not exactly that he was copying the old stuff, it's more like it's his style of music that was leaking through.
No, they were playing it. Wait and see.
Digiman was originally only going to fix Maximus's wound, but he had such good acting skills and on-screen presence, they laced him through the entire movie and they let him have the final words of the movie.
Now we are free. And we'll see you again. But not yet. Not yet.
Now for my favorite part, the bloopers!
Why are we here?
Right from the very beginning, we have one guy on a horse following Commodus. But when he gets to the front line, he has an entire fleet of horsemen following him. This scene is a very tight shot because they didn't want you to see the horse actually kick this guy, but he took it like a trooper and casually moved out of view of the camera to not mess up the shot. That was a great introduction battle. However, I didn't realize Romans invented blue jeans. This guy knows he messed up and he started walking backwards to try to get out of view. Too late, buddy. We saw ya.
Are you not entertained?
Most of us were so entertained by Maximus in this scene that we failed to notice the entire camera crew in the balcony. Did you miss it? We all know Maximus really loves his wife and child. He makes it very clear throughout the entire movie, especially when he said his wife had black hair.
Marcus, black. Black like my wife's hair.
Maximus has a very impressive farm packed full of fruit trees, vineyards, wheat fields, and much, much more. But let's stop and take a closer look at that wheat field. See that? Those are track marks made from a tractor that made several passes to spray the crops. I didn't know John Deere was around that long. Call me crazy. In the recreation of the Battle of Carthage, a lot of people noticed this mistake. Did you see it? Let's go over it together. When the chariot flips, you can see the tank that they used to flip the chariot. However, what most people failed to notice was that the wired switch is visible that was used to activate the chariot flipper. Here you can see the real chariot driver wearing a black hoodie and combat shoes. When Maximus battled Tigris, a tiger almost got too close to Maximus and missed him by about 6 inches. Watch when Tigris gets knocked to the ground, his face shield is up, but then in the very next scene, Maximus has to raise it again with his axe. Get some duct tape, would you? That should hold it up. When Hagen gets lit up with arrows, you can see that he has a board hidden under his costume. As we make our way to the end of the final battle against Maximus and Commodus, the bloopers don't stop. When Maximus falls over to die, you can see his head lands tilted down too far because the armor keeps the rest of his body off the ground. But in the very next scene, you can see that they made a perfect little pillow of sand for him to prop his head up.
Go to them.
Also, after he dies, she puts her hands over his eyes and you can see he is still blinking. Now there are a lot more bloopers hidden in this movie, like Maximus' shoulder pad changes from one side to the other in the same exact battle scene. But the smaller bloopers I don't think it's worth shining a light on. Like one person said, "Oh, you can see Maximus' pulse in his neck after he's allegedly already dead." Duh. They didn't actually kill him in real life. There is a rumor though that a crowd member was wearing a watch, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Could you? Also, if you think you know Gladiator as well as I do, then you should run over to crazynate.com and take the quiz that I built.
Yeah, he made the quiz.
Take the Gladiator quiz and let me know if you pass to fight in the arena. If you enjoyed this, please drop a like and subscribe for more random videos. And don't forget, give somebody a smile today. They are contagious. Thanks for watching, and you have a blessed day.
Oh, that was fabulous. I love it. I love it, love it.
You're still here. Why don't you go over to Twitter and say hello to me? I'll say hello back. I promise. Did you take that quiz? I bet I beat you.